I don't want to be this guy, but I get the feeling that a lot of guys my age, especially, they don't hear this enough. At least I know I don't. I look around and I go about my day to day, see people laugh, cry, get angry, frustrated over the smallest of things. Let even the most minor and inconvenient, unnecessary little defeat get to them. And then they accept that it's their fate to suffer through these defeats forever. It feels good to know for sure that you'll be suffering, to admit to yourself that you're the victim of your situation, but that's not the topic I want to get into. It's not just your name, it's your father's name, your mother's name, the name of your grandparents and their parents before them, people that have sacrificed and given it their all to ensure, through many difficulties, that their bloodline lives on. And the value of this has just become forgotten. We forget how much this matters, how much it drives us, how much it's necessary. You can't go about every single day forgetting this. Stop and look around for a minute. The way your life is headed now, the way your life has been lived for the past couple of months, since the year began. Are you happy with the progress you made? Are you more of who you wish to become? Is this living to you? And look, you must understand, I am nobody to lecture. I grew up without my father, and in many ways that definitely hurt my development more than it should have. But true growth does not occur by an indicator of age. It takes place when you look around and you realize that nobody gets to tell you what matters to you. You decide what matters now. And that's not a decision you make lightly. And when I say you get that choice, I don't mean it's a gift. It's actually a harrowing curse in its own way. Because you'll often choose things that are of short supply in entertainment or feeling or fun. And listen, there's nothing wrong with living a more complete and fulfilled life. But when you get to the end, will your kids look up to you? Will your mother smile knowing that she's done her best and it paid off? Or will she stand there wondering where it all went wrong, blaming herself, blaming her circumstances, the unlikely things that took place in your life that guided you here? And sure, I might come off as dramatic, but what good is seeing your life as normal, as succinct to everyone else's? Going out to bars, drinking, smoking weed. And I'm not saying there's no place for that in the development of your character. I'm not saying that your friends are stopping you from becoming who you are. I'm saying that there's things of greater value to pursue than that. And if you disagree with me, you just haven't found it yet. And whether you get mad at me in the comments or not, deep down, you'll turn off this app, you'll lay down in your bed at night, and you'll play whatever comes next on TikTok, whatever show-stopping thumbnail you see from Mr. Beast this night, whatever stupid videos your friends sent you on Instagram. Enjoyment, yes, it is. It's right, it's needed. What good is living if you can't carry the moment with a positive emotion, or allowing yourself to succumb to negative forces, facing your fears, setting goals so out of line that others laugh it off. They hear it and they think you're some jokester. But I'll tell you what, if you really believe that that's where you're meant to go, that it's your purpose, others will rally behind you. And that energy, God, the vibration that it brings of all those invisible molecules floating through the air, suddenly attracted towards you. There's a reason meditation calms your nervous system beyond what breath work and science can explain. It's a medicine that's beyond physical, something that over time our species has forgotten. Remember, it's not just your name. It's your father's name. It's your mother's name. It's the name that your children will carry one day as your legacy breathes on. Don't let it end in the pursuit of the most high, the most drunk, the most fun. The best moments are the moments that will lead other people to giving you the most important, soul-feeding emotion they ever could. Their gratitude. Not just for your contributions, but for who you are, who you've become, who you've grown into. And look, I'm not going to tell you there's some magical habits you can follow, but it's helpful to have your own little morning ritual instead of calling it a routine. It's helpful to read up on the latest things happening in the world and try to catch up with them and remain in the meta in this ever-evolving game. But I'll tell you what, it's also helpful to remember you only get one crack at this body, at this mind, at this level of intellect. 70 years, God bless, maybe you'll get in your life of proper mental function. Don't let it go to waste. Don't drain what could have otherwise been your dreams come true. I must sound like I'm speaking in riddles, but maybe that's what you might need. That's what I needed. Maybe what you need is for somebody to point out that your life isn't just Gen Z brain rot or your phone. Maybe there's a story out there for you, waiting to be started, waiting to be lived. And with that, hopefully you'll face a lot of difficulty, enough to almost break you, but instead you'll regenerate into the version of you that will have no regrets. Doing it for selfish reasons will never last. You need a motivator that spans beyond yourself, that spans towards others, like your legacy, like your loved ones, like your future family, like your grandsons and your granddaughters. And sure, I'm hitting Ankh status with every word and minute that this video goes on, but it's not just your name. It's your father's name. It's your mother's name. We live on by how we are remembered. We live on by how we lived our day-to-day. You want people to say, he was so unique, or she was so determined. Because when you have that goal in sight, when you know you need to save Princess Peach from the castle, when you know you need to get that dub, a different kind of determination hits you. And there is no better feeling. I've wasted a lot of my time on chasing short-filled happiness. Put your faith in yourself, in God, if you believe, but most importantly, into yourself. Remember the things that made you happy when you were small, that weren't just pixels on a screen. You got this. Cringe or not, who else is going to remind you of what you're capable of? Good luck.